Happy Odin's Day. Happy New Rune Day. Join me on YouTube for more. As is functionally with tradition, Odin's Day is the day that I select new runes to work with for the week. Ordinarily on Tears Day I would do some reflection. I didn't get a chance yesterday, so I'm going to start with a little bit of reflection on runes worked with over the past week. And I think the interesting thing, and it's always going to be, what is your subconscious doing with your consciousness, and that I felt very much, I had a very distinct dream where there was a challenge put to me and I succeeded, I would say, in the challenge. I'm not going to go into details because it's more relevant to me than to anyone else, and let's just say I was put under a test, and I do believe I passed it in the right way. It's a new Rune Day. It means I'll be disconnecting from Ansu's Bakana and Ophala. I do feel that they've worked, or they've done what they needed to for me or my relationship with them this week. I'm not saying that's anything that's all singing or dancing. It's like the world hasn't changed dramatically. It's, as I find sometimes with the runes, it's a lot more subtle than that. It doesn't have to be epic. Sometimes it's just aligning yourself or realigning yourself if you've perhaps lost your way, like I've done this morning. Which I would say is, again, perhaps my subconscious, because it was a stupid mistake going the wrong way, careless one. I was distracted because I thought I might have driven over a fox, which meant sort of the next few seconds I was processing that, and where I'd normally take a right turn that I've done many times, I didn't, and then ended up going somewhere I didn't want to be going. Pulled over as I was like trying to take into account where I was and what my options were, and the police pulled over pretty quickly. It's a Gatwick airport, by the way, to assist me with me being lost. It was all sorted, but then in the aftermath of completing my journey down to Brighton, you have the time to suck it up, having to pay a £5 drop-off charge for not dropping anything off, about why these things happen, and whether there's any symbolism in it or not as well, and taking from that what you can. Pathfinding, it's I say it was a careless error, and perhaps one to learn from. We have to continuously be learning and preparing to move on. Now, to move forward, what's calling to me to work with it for this week? And I feel, to some extent, like with last week, it's a a call is being made to go back to basics. It's great to sort of advance and look at things in a complex manner and digest the subtle differences that go into the flourishment of explanation about the runes and what they represent. Mustn't forget the basics. Never forget the basics. And I think to some extent, because I've been so focused on going off on deeper and the complexities, I haven't necessarily forgotten the basics, but I feel a little bit detached from them. So I think, with bearing all that in mind, this week I'm going to work with algaes. It's wise, I think, and sensible in just, I don't know, slowing down or sort of taking stock and to think about what I'm doing. So it may change like it did last week, that by the time I finished my day at work, got home, meditated to detach from the current runes that are attached to the new rune, I may add to it, in which case I'll update you just to sort of share with my experience as much as I can, and we'll see where we go from there. So there we go, new rune day. Thank you for listening. Listening. I hope you've been entertained. Private joke with a few dozen individuals. Thank you for listening. Do take care. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.